Hey, what's up, everybody? BDF44 coming at you with another video. All right, so um, I was listening to Dwight Howard's exit interview excerpts, not the entire interview, but just a certain portion of it where he was saying he would like to come back to LA and why would he want to leave. And for me, I just want to kind of make a video on that because I think going into this off season, the Lakers are going to have to, of course, make some changes. And if you've been following my channel, you probably know where I stand in regards to veterans and how much value I put on veteran players and what they mean to a team from my standpoint. And that is, veterans don't hold as much value with me as they do with most. And I think that's because I kind of look forward and I look at the landscape of the NBA. I look at the G League and how it's starting to evolve. I look at overseas basketball and looking at how it's evolving, and I just realized there's more quality talent that's young right now than ever before, based on just the cultivation of these various pockets of basketball where it's being found and where these kids are coming from and how they're learning the game. It's not the time to try to recycle players who are only somewhat serviceable. It's time to find these players that are being cultivated where they are and bring them to the best possible talent. Bring them to the best possible competition level. So, with that being said, Dwight Howard is not a part of that problem in my mind in regards to the Lakers and what their needs are. Based on what the Lakers' needs are, uh, I think bringing back Dwight Howard makes a lot of sense. Now, what role you give him next year? Not nearly the role that you had set up for him going into this season. He should not be our first string, second string. Well, he could be our third string center, I think, but that's probably the role I want to give him. No more than 15 minutes a game, and he's going to have some DMPs. Um, that's just what it is. But the thing about it is he's been healthy pretty much for the majority of the season. And he's had a more or less of a year off, more or less, from most of the banging and stuff that he normally has to do because our coach didn't hardly play him. So I look at this as almost like a free year on his legs, another year where he exits the season healthy and fresh and ready, for a workout off season and to continue his good conditioning. And for a guy like Dwight Howard, who's always been a workout warrior, him having some good years in a row being healthy only furthers what it is that he'll be able to do longevity wise. So I don't see any reason for him to be looking to retire. I don't see any reason for the Lakers to want him to be gone. And I'm on board with bringing him back from a year to year basis, just based on his age and where he's at this stage in his career. But yeah, this is a season, it's a no-brainer. The Lakers have hardly nothing in terms of their assets. The assets they do want to move, it's questionable about how they're going to get them out of here. When they do bring those pieces back, it's questionable about how they're going to get size, because size comes at a premium right now. Defense comes at a premium. Dwight is a defender. You also talk about how he's improved shooting the ball from the free throw line. Obviously, much has been said from his three-point shot and how it's improved. I'd like to see him get an opportunity to shoot that shot with respect to the percentage that he put up last season, and to see if he can actually contribute in that way with intent, rather than it just being a situation where he takes shots in garbage time. If he's going to shoot over 50%, that's a trend we need to take advantage of. And it's something that I felt Frank Vogel left on the table. And and I just felt like that it was something that we could have utilized, especially given the reasons why we weren't playing him. The fact of the matter was we weren't playing him because of the perimeter. Both having him defend the perimeter and shoot the ball was ultimately what kept him from being in regular rotation. And I just think that his deficiency shooting the ball is no longer a deficiency at all. And I think that he's serviceable, especially if he's going to be left alone to shoot shots while people stand in the paint looking at him. Those are shots that I trust him to make at this stage in his career. So, yeah, play the percentages on that. I think it would make a lot of sense for the Lakers to give him a shot in second units and third units next season. It's a no-brainer. Even if you plan on bringing in a bunch of bigs in front of him, even if you have an entirely different vision for your team, if he's the last player on your bench, you're happy about it. If he's the guy making $1.6 million, you're happy about it because you know he's going to be in shape. You know he can get you a double-double. You know he's going to have 6 strong fouls for whoever the big man is on the other team, and you know he's going to be humble, humble at this stage in his career with everything that has been said about how things went in Orlando over the years and the journey that he's had to go through. At this stage in his career, he's so humble. He could sit 4 DMPs in a row and then come out and give you a double-double. I saw him just basically not get treated properly by Frank Vogel, and he was nothing but positive throughout the entire season. Kept a smile on his face throughout some of the ups and downs, kept his confidence up, and did his job in the presence of just complete and utter instability and, dare I say, disrespect. He is the complete opposite of what he was back then in Orlando, and I trust him to take on any role that's given to him in this league. He's one of the best vets to have right now, in my opinion. And even though there are some things that he's not going to be able to do on the floor, he is starting to decline. We did see that in some ways. At the end of the day, he's fresh and healthy. And a fresh, healthy Dwight Howard means that he's going to be a very serviceable and strong big man. And I think that he should be able to back up anybody, any big center in the league. You know, if there's a center out there who needs a spell like DeAndre Ayton or, again, Joel Embiid, of whom he's played with and backed up strongly 2 years back, that's a role he can take once again. So, yeah, I'm definitely on board with bringing Dwight back. We've won a championship with him. We've had our ups and downs with him. He's firmly nestled in what it is that we do. At this point, he's family, and yeah, of course, he has a home here in LA. That goes without saying. I definitely want to bring him back for whatever it is that we're building this upcoming season. So that's what I got. My name is BDF44. I thank you all for watching, and I'm out.